Hey, welcome back guys to game number 2 between Rising Star Gaming and Three Kingdoms. This is the grand finals of the Gold Cup of the DotaTalk League. So what this is all about is, well, it used to be called the Litany League, and it is a tournament that's more for fun than anything for the Southeast Asian scene, where teams have to put one rare item in play, and then the winners actually share the items among them. So this was the basic concept. It was keys to win, there was items to win, there were items to win, but overall it has evolved into another DotaTalk League. And what happened is sponsors, SteelSeries, will give items, will give gear, will give equipment. So I think it's headsets, keyboards, mouse, as well as maybe graphic cards. I don't really know. I have to see what the true price is actually. It's above $1,000 prize pool in gear, so it's still nothing. It's not that big, but it's very good for players who usually, when you see in Southeast Asia, they play on LAN cafes because their computers are pretty crappy in the end. So we have this Gold Cup, which is the qualifiers for the main DotaTalk League. And the main DotaTalk League has 12 teams invited. There is ABC, there's Orange, there's Zenith, so we have the big teams here, and the 4 best teams of the Gold Cup that actually gets to play as well. So we have Invasion is going to be here, Three Kingdoms is going to be here, Rising Star is going to be here, and Chain Stack is going to be there as well. So Chain Stack was defeated by Rising Star Gaming, and there was also Invasion that was defeated by Three Kingdoms. So first game, Rising Star took the game from Three Kingdoms pretty convincingly as well. They had a Weaver middle that was pretty funny to see, but it was all coming down to, I mean, the team fights were pretty much flawless for Rising Star Gaming. And Rising Star Gaming, they come from China. They have players come from the old Noah's Ark as well as DT Club. So not really sure if you guys are really familiar with that, but they are very strong players, and their team play is showing that they have, like, among all the teams that have been competing right now in the tournament, in the Gold Cup, they are among the best ones in terms of team play. So Three Kingdoms, I'm not really sure where they're from. I think it's Malaysia. I have not heard of them, but apparently in the first in Dota 1, they were a very strong team, top 4 of the Southeast Asian top team, and I think they were called Forbidden Kingdom at that time. So we see the bans and the picks going up. We have the Keeper of Light Batrider ban, and Rising Star are banning off the Magnus and the Darkseer. So by banning up the Keeper of the Light, Three Kingdoms make their hand open to the Nyx Assassin, and Rising Star is going to snatch that up. So Rubik, Queen of Pain is going to be the answer for Three Kingdoms. And PL as well. We have a Lifestealer here and a Disruptor, which is not very common. I mean, Disruptor, it's not even not very common. It's just unheard of anymore since maybe TI2. Disruptor has seen some play, but right now it's like he's been forgotten. There's no Disruptor play anymore in the scene, and he's gonna get picked up by Rising Star, so we'll have to see if they make it work or not. And Disruptor, very good hero to counter all the blinking heroes, those hard to catch, sneaky heroes that can just blink away. As long as you have vision over where they are, you just can glimpse them back and say, okay, so you blinked out, just go back there. And Lifestealer is going to be very happily munching away at Queen of Pain's face. Plus, Disruptor also has this Static Storm, 5 seconds of huge AoE silence, which really screwed up heroes like Rubik and Queen of Pain, who rely on spells. Three Kingdoms now banning up the TA, the Night Stalker, as well as the Weaver. So they have seen what the Weaver can do in the middle lane. They say, okay, alright, we have seen Air play the Weaver. We don't want to see that again. And the Chinese are just going to answer with the Beastmaster. So we see that Rising Star, they're very open. They have a lot of heroes in their arsenal, and you ban the TA, you ban the Night Stalker, oh, it's going to be instant pick Beastmaster, who is also very good to lock down heroes like Queen of Pain. Blink away? No sir, you're just going to get roared, stunned for 3 seconds. And, well, have fun with that, because not going to be able to run away very easily from that. Beastmaster, one of the mid-game controller. It's one of those beefy strength mid lane hero, like the pretty much like Panda and like the Beastmaster, like Nightstriker as well. But we'll have a little bit of problem with the Queen of Pain. Shadow Fiend's gonna be the last pick, so might be an aggressive trial with Lysander, next Disruptor, and a safe lane Shadow Fiend. So 3 kingdoms, they have their 3 supports. We need still a offlaner now. Or Queen of Pain could also potentially go offlane, but I wouldn't see why. As on an offlane, Shadow Fiend doesn't really fear the Queen of Pain, and it would be kind of screwing up. I mean, Beastmaster, Queen of Pain can harass him and try to make him less effective in the mid game by just controlling the game and controlling the lane very well. But Beastmaster is also a very tough beast to just bring down. He has so much HP. He has insane armor. At level 1, he has 5 armor. That's absolutely ridiculous. If you know... And it's gonna be a clockwork. That's interesting. So, not really sure how they're gonna lane this. DDZ is gonna be on the clockwork. Shening on the Sand King. Brainless on the Phantom Lancer. King of Fighter on that Queen of Pain, and Marco on the Rubik. On the other side, we have XDD on the Nyx Assassin. We have Air on the Beastmaster. We have Super on that very, very cool looking Disruptor.
Places everyone.
Xiaotuji on the Shadow Fiend, and Injuly on the Lysander. So it looks like it's gonna be an aggressive tri lane. Xiaotuji is on the bottom lane, and he is going to pick up a Wraithband and a Tango. Gonna get pulled some regen by XDD. And he's gonna go all stats. Yeah, he just goes on the bottom lane with a lot of stats so he can last it easily. And Air is rushing up that bottle. So, I must say this Disruptor really looked cool. And the thing is, we don't really get to see that because Disruptor, how many times do you actually see people playing Disruptor? It's very, very rare. So, Lysander is here with a Stout Shield. Disruptor is going to start playing on the Observer wards, and there's no Sentry wards, so they won't be able to counter ward any kind of aggressive warding here. The Rubik has 2 sentries, so he will be able to counter ward there. Shening is here. And Brainless on the top lane decided to start with his Quelling Blade. That might be a bit greedy here, because the Quelling Blade is going to be 225 gold. The fuck? Why did Nyx actually use his mana for a stun there?
And away we go.
Okay, I guess gonna give himself a little bit of handicap in the start. So yeah, Brainless, he decided to go for level 1 Spirit Lance. We saw, I don't remember which team did that, but I think it was Chain that was waiting until he got ganked here to put his only point in double walk. So he saved up that point to make sure that he wouldn't die. And Phantom Lancer here did go directly for its Spirit Lance as well as a Quelling Blade. So that's 225 gold that doesn't go into regen, that doesn't go into stats. And Brainless already starting to get harassed by the Disruptor. Stun's gonna go onto the Sand King, Disruptor taking a lot of damage, Sand King as well. And Ninja Life starting to farm as well as, well, in the mid lane, what do we see? Air deciding to go for that Inner Beast build, which is very, very favored by Chinese team. What this is all about is just that you take 1 point in Inner Beast, that's gonna be enough. There's not really a lot more that you need. And that means your creep wave will push faster than the enemy creep wave. And that means you will have rune control, because if your creep wave is always there, your enemy will have to either choose to go for the rune and lose a lot of creep kills, or to just stand here and just forfeit the rune. So what you see here as well is the Clockworks throwing rockets after rockets on the top lane, helping the top lane. And Shadow Fiend right now, 5 for 1, Clockwork 2 for 0. The rockets trying to help the top lane. Top lane, we see that Brainless is down to only 1 tango. He's gonna be out right now. He's trying to get his Tranquil Boots, but starting up with that Quelling Blade is gonna slow him so much. Not sure I agree with that when you know that the enemy is going to do offensive trial lane. And do we have any ward? We don't have any ward there, so they don't see anything. Oh, in July might be a bit of trouble. It's going to be brought back, but Brainless didn't want to take the risk. In fact, Disruptive was there. Nyx was not far away either. And in July, he's going to use this off. He still has 2 tangos as well as a magic stick. Illusion Rune going to get picked up by this Beastmaster while the creep wave was stranded under the tower. Like I was saying, Queen of Pain is going to send some spells onto Air, so Air takes a bit of damage. He's level 4, Air is only level 3, so there's still advantage going for the Queen of Pain, of course. 13 for 8, in fact, it's not a bit of advantage, I'm totally wrong. King of Fighters totally dominating this lane, as well as in last hit as in denies, and the bottom lane is going to be the same for Shadow Fiend though. So middle lane is going the way of the Three Kingdom side, which is fairly to be expected. I mean, it's a Queen of Pain versus a Beastmaster for hell's sake. Bottom lane and top lane though is totally going the way of Rising Star. Clockwork actually going aggressive on that Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend taking a surprising amount of damage, might even go down there. Might be first blood. One more right click and down goes the Shadow Fiend. Excellent play by Clockwork. He saw that opportunity. He saw that the enemy Shadow Fiend was way too far away from his creep wave. And that's gonna be one big kill coming for Clockwork. You don't usually see Shadow Fiend getting brought down in the early game by a solo Clockwork. Especially not on the defensive, on the safe lane for the Shadow Fiend. And he is 17 for 6, but now that Clockwork is just gonna have a ton more gold and an easier time trying to bring down that Shadow Fiend. He almost has the Arcane Boots if that's what he wants. And if he has the Arcane Boots, he's just gonna be able to spam up that Rocket Flare. So top lane though, Brainless, not getting a lot of farm. 11 crit kills, 21 for in July. Mana burn going down onto the Rubik. And Air is gonna make a wild guess and go for the bottom lane. King of Fighter though is going to be the one taking that top rune. And Nyx Assassin, he's gonna get slowed. And he's gonna escape. He doesn't go for 1 point in Spike Carapace. He did decide to go for the Mana burn instead. Rockets flying in, not gonna hit anyone. And yeah, now that he has the Arcane Boost, he's gonna be able to spam up that rocket. Shadow Fiend finally picking up a magic stick as well. Just gonna say screw you with your rockets. Top lane, we see action going down. It's gonna be Rubik falling first. XDD taking a lot of damage. But Sand King, Sand King might get XDD. No, the magic stick actually helping him. The mana burn also making sure that Sand King doesn't burst strike him to death. So 1 kill, but Rocket flies in, not hitting XDD. King of Fighter though might have a very good shot at a double kill, but gonna decide against it. It's not worth the shot. It's too risky. In July, has the he has the rage, so he's just gonna rage away. It's like, okay, I guess I can take your spell and just go away.
Dire's bottom tower's getting the business.
Top lane, a lot of farm gonna go the way of in July now that it's under the tower. King of Fighter going back to the middle lane, but Beastmaster is pretty safe. Almost level 6, not quite yet. And what's on the courier? It's wards, so he's gonna be warding up that high ground. Very likely. Rockets flying in, trying to hit someone. It's gonna hit in July in the face. And it's slowly wearing down that Phantom Lancer, the Nyx as well. So what do we see on the bottom lane? 36 last hit for 11 denies. Shatuchi, although he gave away the first blood, he's still doing okay. Middle lane, Beastmaster, 1 creep away from the ultimate. Gonna throw those axes past level 6, but now King Fighter is just gonna take that haste rune.
Someone's having technical difficulties.
And with that haste rune, may be able to catch Chatuji, who is hiding under his tower. We have the Clockwork. It's gonna be able to start off, deal some damage to the Shadow Fiend. We might see a hook coming in very, very soon. Yeah, Markel is poised, and so is DDZ. DDZ wants that kill. Rocket's gonna fly again. Chatuji slowly getting warned away. He's gonna try to escape. Yeah, he's going back. So Markel will not find that kill. Air in the middle lane. There's Super here as well. There's gonna go Roar. Queen of Pain might be in a bit of trouble, but she's gonna be able to escape. Glimpse back, and here comes the big Clockwork ultimate. Very nicely done, catching up two and sending them as well, giving Queen of Pain enough time to just use her Screen of Pain and blink away. Nice TP coming up for the Clockwork, very fast reaction. And saving his ally as well as getting that double kill. In the meantime, Shatuji, he went in the jungle to farm. He knew that people were missing on the map. This Rubik in particular doesn't want to take the risk. And that roar now, 40-second cooldown. Brainless on the top lane. He's not getting a lot of farm, but now he's catching up. 33 creep kills. Now that we see the Disruptor going down to the mid lane. Lifestealer is almost up to... Well, he has 1k gold. I'm not really sure what he wants to go for. Phantom Lancer has no point whatsoever into Doppel Walk, so it's gonna be easy to catch. Looks like they are gonna go on to Brainless. Brainless is gonna get mana burned and just killed here. The Glimpse is gonna get used. Sand King is just gonna use his Sandstorm, but he's gonna get stunned out of it. Can they really catch him though? Has the Burst Strike. Has the Burst Strike, and he's gonna try to kill XDD. But XDD in July, just gonna infest and pop out to get an instant kill. XDD though, I'm not really sure why he's standing there. Has to be careful.
Dire's mid tower won't last much longer.
Bottom lane though. Oh, the flare. Oh, the flare. I'm gonna laugh if he dies for that. It looks like it's going to go on him. Yep. Nope, missing by a few. And Nyx Assassin still popping the clay carpets. Pop! Oh shit! E. Doesn't do anything. So Clockwork is gonna scout out Shadow Fiend, and now he's in a lot of trouble. Cannot juke around. It's gonna go down. Oh! He actually misses that hook shot. And now King of Fighter taking a decent amount of damage, but not gonna be enough. So Clockwork get this kill, and also has the Urn of Shadow now. That's a very farm Clockwork. 37 creep kills, but 4 kills in fact. 4 kills on the Clockwork. Urn of Shadow with 1 charge, Arcane Boots, so he has HP, he has heal, he has mana, and he has 1k gold. So I'm not really sure what he wants to go for afterwards, but that's a very farmed out Clockwork. And I would say I would have never expected Clockwork to do so well against a Shadow Fiend. Super has the smoke. See that no, he's gonna what? Okay. I guess that's gonna be it. Beastmaster has Arcane Boots and Bottle. And Shatuji has to be careful, might be running into the enemy. Nope. They actually cross each other without seeing each other. Smoking is gonna get popped. Beastmaster though is already low on health. Has to be careful. Nyx Assassin's on the top lane, but he's not level 6 yet. Last year got the Drum of Endurance as well as the Phase Boost, so he's very fast now. In the meantime though, bottom lane is gonna get pressured and pushed down. The Clockwork has a TP scroll, Queen of Pain has a TP scroll, so if something goes wrong on the top lane, they will be able to TP support. If they want to catch this Phantom Lancer, they will have to do it fast. And when I mean fast, I mean really fast, because here come the TP. Clockwork already here. He is gonna get glimpsed back though, so Clockwork is out of the equation. But here comes the TP by Queen of Pain, and in July is forced to just go into a creep and try to delay. He is gonna get away though, very fast. Is he gonna be able to get away? It looks like he will. Still running away, and he's very tanky. So Clockwork, he got sent back, but they managed to find 1 kill. Or do they? Yeah, I think they managed to find 1 kill there. Sand King died for the price of the Disruptor. So it's 2 supports going down. Not really very important kills there. But Air, they actually lose a lot of time by doing that. This was a 2-man smoke gank coming all the way from middle lane to top lane. They did waste 2 TPs though. Well, it's not really a waste because they did manage to find something. Nyx Assassin's final level 6. He will be able to start ganking with that Vendetta.
Going from rogue.
And in July actually gets the kill bottom lane against the Clockwork. So solo kill on the Clockwork. And he's gonna be very happy with that as well, because he takes away a dominating streak, so that's gonna be a lot of gold. But it's still a very low eco game if you see that everyone is under 400 gold per minute, so it's not that big of a farming game. They're not getting the like 50 creep kills in 5 minutes or anything. It's we see XDD coming in. There's no Sentry Ward.
The Dire best do something about that bottom tower. Radiant's mid tower.
So they want to go on Brainless. Here comes the stun. Here comes the silence. And Brainless is gonna fall, but Markel may be able to escape. Markel, run away! Oh, here comes a glimpse. And Markel, he will fall.
2 down.
That mana burn dealing approximately 0 damage. And they do get 2 kills this way.
Radiant's mid tower's coming apart.
Maybe even going to push down the tower. And Beastmaster, that's not... In fact, that's not the casual point into the inner beast to push the... to just get the control in the middle lane. It's maxing up the inner beast to just push up the towers now. So not putting a single point in Call of the Wall. Not really sure it's a good choice there. Oh, so the TP in the middle lane, and Queen of Pain is going to get forced back. Tower though, they want to leave the tower shut once so that it can get denied. Sand King is here, but so is Shatuji. And Super is getting chased down by King of Fighter. Glimpse back. Here comes King of Fighter. The roar pops and everything lands on her face. Queen of Pain just dies immediately. Marco is going to be the second choice here. It's going to be lifting that poor Lifestealer into the air, but not going to be able to escape there. Just going to fall down. Sand King also got picked up by the Shadow Fiend one-on-one. Shadow Fiend who's going for a Shadow Blade. In fact, he's gonna get caught by the Clockwork and he's not gonna be able to use his ultimate. He's gonna be falling very, very quickly. Clockwork deals so much damage with his max level battery assault.
What time is it? It's killing time.
And everyone just saying, okay, yeah, you know, you can just die because we don't have a lot of health, so we're not just gonna come in to help you. It's not like we're gonna be able to get there in time anyway. So, poor you, Clockwork, but we're not gonna... Oh! Denied by King of Fighter. Very well done here. And I should say maybe a bit not well played by Lifestealer because he waited a bit too long. He has almost 130 damage per hit, so could have easily lasted the tower. So net worth, we see that Clockwork is just standing so high in the list. Finally, Beastmaster gets 1 point into the Call of the Wild. This Hawk is actually so valuable. Just gonna give it away because, well, why the hell not? This is basically legal map hack. The Greater Hawk is legal map hack because he has such a huge vision range. It's absolutely ridiculous. It got nerfed like plenty of times because of that. Back in Dota 1, when Beastmaster was introduced into the jungle play, I'm not really sure who introduced the Beastmaster jungle, but it had been introduced by one team, and then Beastmaster would just sell Beastmasters all around because of that. Oh, Nyx Assassin has the Nyx in him. Queen of Pain, goodbye. Oh, are they gonna be able to? No! XDD actually waits before he uses the mana burn, and that is gonna give the Queen of Pain a way to escape. In fact, XDD might even pay the price for it now. He's gonna try to use the stun. He's gonna be able to use the stun. And there comes the silence. Here comes the Gem of True Sight's on the ground. DDZ is stuck there. He's gonna destroy this Gem of True Sight. Markel's gonna stun Shatuji. And the glimpse back. Clockwork is gonna try to TP away, but no way, sir. You are going down. Lysier is going to TP on the top lane, still pushing away that Phantom Lancer. Phantom Lancer. Drum of Endurance picked up. It's going for that Diffusal Blade with the Robe of the Magi. On the bottom lane, we see the Shadow Fiend getting picked up by that Queen of Pain and the Sand King. Ooh, that Hawk. That Hawk. That level 1 Hawk just gives so little vision. It's like a limit. It's almost like a sentry ward. Just plant down and then hope for someone to walk on it to make it able to see something. But the level 2 Hawk, the greater Hawk, it's just nights and day. Rockets flying in. It's gonna push down this lane as well. Ping's coming out. I'm not really sure why. Air is still farming for something. I'm not sure what. He has the Belt of Strength, so it might be a Necronomicon. Beastmaster now, when he's picked in the Chinese scene, he was picked quite a lot during the G League, I think. He usually goes for either an Aghanim Scepter or for his Blink or for a Blink Dagger. So he's really the one looking to initiate. And no, this time it's gonna be a Necronomicon. So it's less about the Beastmaster pushing when it was during the G League. It was really about the control and team fights. And the Aghanim Scepter really gives a stupid amount of cast range. You see, 950 cast range. Oh, air! Air! You are low on health and low on mana, you don't want to stay there. Clockwork is gonna come in, and here comes the Disruption, trying to save Air. Air is gonna eat a rocket in the face, and King of Fighter is here as well. Not really sure what he was expecting. In fact, Disruptor might even fall down to the ultimate. No, there's no ultimate to King of Pain. So now at least he has a Necronomicon, but
Do it with flair.
Nyx Assassin is gonna get brought down here. Stun in 2 seconds. Goodbye XCD. 12 for 10 and 3 Kingdoms, really giving Rising Star a tough time right now. Experience graph showing that they're still in the lead, and goal graph as well, but not by much. It's not like the last game. In July is getting caught by Brainless now in Terra Farm. And Clockwork has something on the courier. Yeah, he's almost up to his Aghanim Scepter as well. Oh, in fact he has it. As soon as the Ogres die, he has the Aghanim Scepter. And with the Aghanim Scepter, he's gonna be able to use that hook kinda like any kind of spell. I mean, it's only a 12 second cooldown. So he's gonna be able to hook like all the way he wants. Sand King is gonna be the target here. Everything is used on him. Lifestealer is gonna go onto Rubik, but Rubik stole the roar and gonna throw him away. He's gonna save his soul. Phantom Lancer. Oh! I see a hook from the Clockwork. Gonna get stunned though. Might have been being a bit too cocky here. Clockwork. As soon as the Aghanim Scepter says, okay, now I can go. Bad choice. Bad choice, Clockwork.
Invisibility.
In July, 1.9k gold now. He has the drum, armlet, and face boots. Pretty much a core of a Lifestealer. Queen of Pain is looking at that bottom lane. Sand King is gonna prep up that epicenter, but he's gonna get stunned out of it. And they know that if Sand King is doing that, he's not alone. And in fact, I'm not really sure why Air is still staying there, because he might go down to this Queen of Pain. She has level 2 Sonic Wave as well. It's a lot of damage, but Beastmaster still very tanky. 900 health, going into the mid lane, and that might be what he's looking for. Clockwork, looking for that hook shot. You see the range right here. It's very big, but it's not gonna be close enough. In July, still farming up top lane. Brainless is gonna go straight for a heart right after the diffusal. That's what he needs as well. We see Clockwork is gonna hook, but gonna miss. And Markel is getting slowed down. He's gonna get cut. He's gonna roar Air, but he's gonna go down. Air, in fact, goes down immediately to that Queen of Pain ultimate. And in July, very low on health. In July, he's gonna pop the rage though, and now he's gonna turn around, try to kill someone. It's gonna be Clockwork coming here, gonna get stuck there, but he's still very high on health. But anyway, there is 4 heroes still there, and now they turn around, they kill everyone. And that's what I was saying when I was talking about the Rising Stars teamwork, is that They know what each other's doing. They are aware that one is gonna get Glings back. Very often with teams that are inexperienced, we see that when Disruptor glimpses back someone, they are not in position, they are not ready for it. But here it just shows that they are playing very, very well. They know what they want to do, and everyone's is just standing and staying alive with very low health. Not dying by any means. Air coming up to the top lane. He doesn't have any detection though. I mean, Air, he keeps on dying because he gets focused on. So, little drawing here. Last year going for a Myzzrym, so more attack speed, and also a little bit of AoE damage. But Myzzrym is not going to be able to counter Phantom Lancer in the late game. Phantom Lancer illusions are going to be way, way too tanky for that. So the lightning's just going to help, but not going to do that much. I'm surprised Disruptor actually used a Solve instead of just going to back to the fountain. He was just so close to it as well. He wants to get a Nerve Shadow, but he's like way far away from it. So Smokey's gonna get popped. The only one who's not here is gonna be in July. No, Shatuji farming up the top lane. He has the Shadow Blade already. He's gonna just TP on the bottom lane. And they are trying to catch someone, but it looks like everyone's just backing off by safety measures. They see Marco. And Marco, you don't want to be there. He's gonna get slowed. He's gonna go down. The roar actually used for that. Maybe a bit overkill. But, you know, a kill's a kill, so he's gonna have the roar back in 75 seconds anyway. Although it's not a Beastmaster that goes for Aghanim Scepter, so he's not gonna have the low cooldown, high range roar that Chinese really love. And I don't know about you, but remember when Shadow Blade was considered as a pub item and that no competitive player would ever get a Shadow Blade because, you know, it's too easy to counter, right? Pro players, they know how to buy sentries. Well, figure out. We still get to see the Shadow Blade now, and we see it a lot. Queen of Pain has to be very, very fast in blinking away, not going to be able to. And this time, XDD, he doesn't squander on the mana burn. He's going to use it straight up, and Queen of Pain falls down. Towers are falling down as well in the meantime on the bottom lane. Clockwork is going to get caught. Clockwork is kind of stuck in between two, but he's going to try to hook himself away. No luck though, because here comes a glimpse. You're not going to be able to escape. And Marco, 1 click, 2 click, 3 clicks, and he's going to go down. Buyback by Clockwork. In the meantime, Brainless is trying to push as much as possible, trying to hurt the Radiance Tower. See, 1 TP back. It's going to be Air coming in, but Tower is already down to half health. They want to go onto Roshan, but that's very risky because we have a buyback on that Clockwork. So Brainless, he's gonna get Roar there and he's gonna get killed. Glimpse back. No, you're not gonna be able to escape. Although he dies, just look at the damage the tower took. It's down to 1/10 of its original health. So that's still a lot of damage done, even though he died. So Nyx Assassin again is gonna look for one guy to hunt down. He sees that Sen King, he sees the juicy target, but in the meantime he also knows that everyone's here. So yeah, there's a ward there just showing, and Markel's gonna put a sentry ward. Nyx will have to be very careful. In fact, he's dodging that area because any good player know that sentry wards are very likely to be around there, especially that late into the game where they are expecting Roshan to be attempted by the enemy team. King of Fighter. Oh, goodbye.
Catacombs.
And she went for a BKB. That's a very good choice considering that otherwise she just blows up into the fight. But at the moment, she just can't get caught before she realizes it, so not able to react in time. Shadow Fiend has a BKB as well, has a Chrysalis. Has to be careful because the BKB doesn't help against the Clockwork ultimate that goes through the BKB. They might be looking for that Roshan, but can they kill it before this Queen of Pain actually gets back? Yeah, Shatuchi just deals so much damage. And with the open wound, Shatuchi is just back up to full health.
The Radiant put old Rose down quick and clean.
Rising Stars. They are taking the lead again. Disruptor got a Gem of True Sight as well, so no ward going to be able to stand from the dark side. Three Kingdoms right now. We see that the advantage was very, very small again and again and again. And up here, about the 20-minute mark, 19-minute mark. It just goes up and up and up, and the team fights just go Ari. So 14k of experience advantage, 7k of gold advantage.
Dire's mid tower won't last much longer. The Dire couldn't hang on to that mid tower.
The question is, can Phantom Lancer bring back the game? It doesn't look like it at the moment.
Regeneration.
XDD has a Blink Dagger, used it but couldn't find a target. Beastmaster's going for a pipe after a Necro 1. That's just very surprising. Usually we see Beastmaster just, if you buy a Necronomicon unit, Necronomicon, you want to max it as ASAP. Because the Necron units are just so good. Shadow Fiend going now for a Mask of Madness. So going straight in DPS build. It's going to be very risky for him because he's going to take a lot of extra damage, but you know, his thinking, way of thinking behind that is just, if I get caught I die anyway, so as well just deal the maximum damage I can. It's kind of the same with like Mask of Madness Sniper, for example. You know that you're just so squishy that if something happened you die. Oh, Marco. Not really sure what you were expecting to do there, away from your team. And King of Fighter trying to get away, gonna get blinked upon, but BKB is... Whoa! BKB is not gonna do anything when Shatuji with the DD rune is just gonna 4-click you. Air did pop his Primal Roar for that though. He's gonna get Glimpse back, Brainless is gonna fall there, and we see Shining trying to use his Epicenter, gonna use it, but not gonna do anything. Everyone just dies. And Clockwork just comes in, kill... Clockwork just hooks up that Nyx Assassin and then get away. Like, free kill. And all of this because Marco was absolutely out of position. So one mistake led to another one, and everyone falls down in the end. Sloppy play by Three Kingdoms, I must say. They were doing fairly well in the early game, but those last few fights, they are throwing the game away.
Bottom tower seen better days.
Although it's very hard to play against Rising Star, I must say. They're very, very good, so they're not to be underestimated. We will have to see Thursday and Friday on DotaTalk stream. We will be casting the DotaTalk League, where Rising Stars, Chainstack, Three Kingdoms, Invasion will meet up with the 12 other invited teams. Invasion, I think it's Dreams, we have Orange, ABC, and Zenith, of course. And whoa! Very, very nice hook. Beastmaster might be in a little bit of trouble there. Clockwork is getting a lot of damage, but Air as well, and Air is not going to be able to survive that. Clockwork is just a bit too tanky, 2k health. But in the meantime, in July is just going to answer with the same gank. Beastmaster, he's still not getting anything. That's pretty sad for him. And Queen of Pain trying to get away. Oh, goodbye. That is the movement you didn't want to do, coming back and moving away. We see that Phantom Lancer is going to come into the Radiant jungle. He wants to get some creeps, maybe wanting some kill as well, because XDD looks very juicy here. Here comes the Purge, here comes the right clicks, and he's gonna fall down before being able to TP away. I think he could have used the Spike Carapace and then TP, because Spike Carapace would have given him 2.4 second of reprieve. In July is gonna just rage in and start to well down on the tower. Not gonna do a whole lot, but it's gonna be enough. TP back, it's gonna be air, trying to push away this Phantom Illusion. But not really sure he can do that on his own because the AoE damage is just not enough. He's gonna be even forced to pop the Necro units. So in the meantime, we have Acid Cuirass on the Lysealer. So again, minus armor coming from the Lysealer, minus armor coming from the Shadow Fiend. It's going to be minus 11 armor in total. Daedalus picked up on the Shadow Fiend now. 300 damage per pop, not to mention the crits. So Clockwork now got a Ghost Scepter, should be able to stand against the Nex as well as the Shadow Fiend. Although the Shadow Fiend has deceptively high amount of magical damage, so if you use the Ghost Scepter, be prepared to just eat a Requiem of Soul in the face, and that's going to be hurting a lot. So 725 is going to be the crit damage from Shadow Fiend. We see Rage going down, Rubik goes down immediately, Shatuji's coming in, Shatuji's gonna 1, 2, 3 clicks plus a roar, and that's gonna be the end of Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain really dies too early in those fights every time. Illusions starting to burn down in July, but doesn't really matter. The Aegis actually expired during that fight. Buyback by Marco. And the tower gets denied by Clockwork. Here comes the glimpse back, and Rubik's gonna fall again. That is one of the most... That's the most... no! Very, very good Epicenter. And the Barrage Strike onto 2, but only gonna get the Shadow Fiend. And Clockwork now falls down. The only one still alive is Brainless. And the Rising Stars, they're just gonna be able to take down those melee racks. Oh, in fact, XDD is just gonna go onto Phantom Lancer, who is getting brought down. The glimpse back, and there is the end of Brainless. So buyback by the Beastmaster now, buyback by the Shadow Fiend, and Queen of Pain comes in, uses an ultimate, and dies again. You just don't want to fight the Shadow Fiend. He's just so biffy right now. He can just bully you around. He's gonna get sent up in the air. We see that Injuly is chasing after Marco. Now Shaduji is gonna get stunned and he's gonna fall. So Shinning is gonna die for that, but they forced the Shadow Fiend buyback, or no, not forced. Shadow Fiend just bought back because he wanted it. And he dies again. So he loses all go by doing that, but I think he really doesn't mind at that point. The goal graph is just showing almost 20k goal graph and 30k advantage of experience for Rising Stars. It's so much, it's not even funny at that point. But Beastmaster, just look at him! Has no more items! That has been his items for like the last 20 minutes or something. It's just so poor. Just so poor. Oh, well, he has Necron level 2 now. In July, has the Heart of Tarrasque as well. He sold his... what was that? Drum, Armlet, Phase Boots, Maelstrom, Acid Cuirass. Maybe it was a TP scroll, I guess? Yeah, it probably is. So now he has a Heart of Tarrasque. Good luck bringing him down. He has 29 armor, and he's gonna have like shit tons of HP, yeah. 3k HP, 3k 400 when he uses the armlet. And he can just, you know, keep the armlet toggle down as well, because of the regen coming from the Heart of Tarrasque. Queen of Pain is gonna be the target again. Or, in fact, Nyx Assassin's just gonna whiff straight past him. He's gonna go into a dire ward as well. Marco, he knows he's getting chased, but he can't do anything about it. Book, goodbye. Clockwork is gonna come in, and Nyx Assassin's gonna be the sacrificial lamb there. DZZ might be looking for another hookshot. But Shatuji is here. And July is just gonna go onto Clockwork, who is gonna use his Ghost Scepter now. Has to be careful, blink in, and the hookshot is not gonna fly. I thought he would have followed with a hookshot. I guess he was just being careful there. Top lane air. has finally managed to complete the Necro level 3. Super has a Blink Dagger. There's a Disruptor with a Blink Dagger at that point. Not really. Oh, it's gonna miss up. Not really. Doesn't really matter. He has the hookshot in 7 seconds. Can just spam it up. Shatuji has to be careful. DDZ's coming in. Not looking for a kill though. So everyone's here except for that Air who is on top lane. Illusion's gonna fly in and start pushing this wave. And I wonder where the Phantom Lancer is at. Yeah, he almost has her to Tarask. Oh, hook in. It's gonna be the death of Disruptor. Just falls way too quickly. They wanna go. They're gonna get a stun on the Clockwork, but Clockwork still has the Ghost Scepter. Oh, he's gonna get killed by the Spike Carapace that actually stunned him. King of Fighter trying to get away. He's gonna blink away. Markel is getting chased down in July. Is well. Oh, XDD is gonna fall there. And they still want to get this Phantom Lancer, but he is going to use his Ghost Walk as well as the Double Walk as well as the Mental to take away this slope. It's just kiting them around, so annoying. But in the meantime, Air pushing up the top tower. King of Fighter coming in. Has to be careful. That one will go. He's gonna get roared. And King of Fighter just getting brought down to. Oh, one more right click and King of Fighter dies. And he's out of mana. Blink is gonna be used. And it's gonna save that Queen of Pain. Air, in fact, might go down there, but doesn't really matter, does it? Because the bottom lane is getting pushed as well by the Lifestealer. Roshan, in the meantime, is also getting pushed down by Shadow Fiend alone. And he denied the Aegis. Not really sure what this is all about. Beastmaster doesn't even die, he just TPs away.
You know the drill.
What's that, Shadow Fiend? Why are you trolling so hard? Why do you like deny the Aegis? Super in July has a lot of gold. If he wants, he could buy the Mjolnir, but doesn't look like the case right now. Air has the pipe ready up if he wants to buy it. If Three Kingdom actually managed to win this game, I'm gonna laugh my ass off because of all the mistakes. Here comes the glimpse. Super is gonna give himself a little bit more seconds of life, but he's still gonna fall down in the end. He's dead now. Sand King actually died as well. In July, he's fighting against Brainless. He's already out of mana. Air got pushed on the high ground. He can't do anything. The Necronomicon units. Oh, Merkel actually stole the roar and went it on in July. So we see Blink aggressive on XDD, trying to get Markel.
That's 4 in a row.
And one right click from Shotuji is just gonna seal that fate. GG is gonna get called. Brainless. They see that they're getting dominated. They know that. Oh, well, at least they will get Nyx Assassin as a freebie. Still gonna fall. King of Fighter. King of Fighter trying to escape. Not gonna be able to. Oh, Ghost Scepter. So I guess he will be able to. So that's gonna be it. GG. GG, well played. And the championship is on the Thursday and Friday on this very channel. So don't forget to follow the channel if you want. It is gonna be very, very interesting to see all those teams, especially Zenith has been quite inactive. Those days. Last time we saw them was well, they actually got brought down in the C League very, very, very fast by Orange in the finals. That was like 3-0 in the grand finals. So it was a bit disappointing. Hope to see more of Zenith in the coming fight. So thank you guys for watching. Again, this was DotaTalk Myzzrym. If you liked it, you can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Facebook. And until then, I will show. So guys, have a nice evening. Have a nice day wherever you are. And I'll let you go now with that. It's gonna be the end for tonight. See you guys.